The setting is Washington, D.C. and Capital One Arena. The Bulls taking on the Wizards. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K. This season has been full of surprises. Greg, what's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league, a lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Holmgren is out there with Walker. And it's Young. Then it's G.G. Jackson.
Yeah, and for a solid decision maker like DeRozan, that's an easy pass.
Young, a screen on Curry. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Back to DeRozan. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. That shot off. Good D by Holmgren. Outside Jackson. Holmgren against Porzingis. Holmgren kicks to Young. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A volume shooter. Young takes and makes loads of threes.
Back to DeRozan. Curry looking around. Shoots it up. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Guarded by Curry. 5 on the clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Stephen Curry.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Bulls shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. First free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose, an MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Wizards have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The Bulls leading. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Wizards making a switch here. Vassell's checked in.
Number 24. Devin Vassell.
Walker the pass to Young. Covered by Vassell. 5 to shoot. Holmgren with a screen on Vassell. DeRozan with the rebound.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. definitely not him.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
Young against Quickly. Back to Jackson. To the paint. And Walker kicks to Young. It's rebounded by Quickly. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Knicks in New York.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
Porzingis with the steal. Vassell, the pass to Sarr. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. With one game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding look in the East. Take a look at the Wizards. They're in 7th. They're looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Chicago, a few slots below them.
And seeing where Washington is, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
And Young kicks to Walker. Holmgren the pass to Jackson. Over to Rosen. And again, Chicago. No good. The Wizards with the lead. Pass to Quickly. To Rosen against Jackson. Porzingis inside. And Sarr gets it to go. On the assist by Porzingis. Sarr's got 5 minutes.
Well, at 7-2, Porzingis has a great view of the floor. It allows him to spot open passes.
Covered by Vassell. To end the run. Count that one. He has 5. Wizards leading by 3. Lets it go from the wing. And that one hits back iron.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Holmgren kicks to Jackson. Misses the 3. Wizards have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And a wide open look for Sarr. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bulls trail by 3. Holmgren in the post. He's against Porzingis.
Look, that's just great work on the boards. Effort dictates success on the glass more than size.
Pass to DeRozan. Nice ball movement by Washington. Now, Quickly. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
DeRozan passes to Porzingis. Launches a 3. Sarr gets the bucket. Sarr's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Bulls trail by 4. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So for the Wizards, Trace Jackson-Davis comes in for Porzingis. And Cameron Payne subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. And the Bulls making a change also. Hart's checked in. And here are the Bulls now. And stolen by Payne. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen by Walker. Hart against Quickly. And stolen by Vassell. Now here's Payne. 11 points last game. Pass to Quickly. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson Davis finds Payne. Fires from way outside. It's all in by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Now Vassell, guarded by Jackson. Vassell kicks to Quickly. Payne with a screen for Quickly. Over Hart. And it's Quickly missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Young outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
That's good from Young.
Yeah, well, sometimes Trae Young can seem a little temperamental, but that really just speaks to his passion, and you can't teach that.
Second free throw, no good. Washington has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Hard against Quickly. Over Hart, and that one's good. Quickly's got his second bucket.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Young, and Sarr pulls it down. Wizards leading by 3. Inside, and Sarr throws it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
And here's Young. He's got 6. Shots good by Shumshay.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejection.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
Young for 3. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
The Bulls making a switch here. Buffkin's checked in. Here's Quickly. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. Pass to Payne. Now Jackson Davis. Nice ball movement by Washington. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
6 to shoot. Here's Mann. And it goes down 2 points.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Vassell against Hart. Vassell, the pass to Sarr. On the wing quickly. Defended by Mann. And it's Quickly missing.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Pass to Buffkin. To the middle. Second shot opportunity. Shot's good by Shumshay.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
Jackson Davis with it. Now, here's Vassell. Back to Jackson Davis. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Jackson Davis has got 6 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Man, quickly covering. Man passes to Hart. Fires from the wing. Washington with the rebound.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Here's Quickly, and it's blocked. Down low. Here's Buffkin. Nails the baby hook.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
A three from Quickly. Good if it goes. And that one released in time, but no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
We've got Trace Jackson Davis. Devin Vassell out there with Stephen Curry. And there's Porzingis, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward. That's the group start the second quarter for the Wizards.
And boy, did he go straight at the defender on that possession. Didn't bother him at all.
That's to Curry. No good. Bulls shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Here's Buffkin. He lobs it up. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Pass to DeRozan. There's the triple. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Yeah, the patience that DeRozan can show in the pick and roll is what makes him so dangerous.
Nice D from Porzingis.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Curry can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 3. To the inside. Rebounded by the Wizards. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Vassell outside. Curry from deep three-point land. Rebound by the Bulls. Pass to Buffkin. Back to Holmgren. Outside, Walker. Covered by Vassell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to help. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Outside, Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Jacks up a three, makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game, brings him up to 4 for 9. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Back to Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Young's checked in for Chicago. Curry against Young. Pass to Jackson Davis. Now DeRozan. Over Jackson. And it's DeRozan missing.
And the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys. Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
And that one is hammered home.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
There's a good screen. Floats it up for Holmgren. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
Curry with it. A 29-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
On the clock, here's Vassell, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Vassell's got his first basket of the night. Covered by Vassell. Pass to Holmgren. Walker with it. Outside Jackson. Holmgren in the post. DeRozan defending. And Holmgren the bucket on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Out to the right wing. Here's Jackson Davis. Guarded by Walker. Left side, DeRozan. And the rejection by Jackson. To the paint. It's deflected. Vassell outside. And it's blocked. And here's the fast break. Finishes the break with a slam.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
Here's Jackson Davis. Guarded by Walker. Here's Curry with the 3. And another miss by Washington.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Covered by Vassell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 14.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Washington making some changes. Sars checked in for Porzingis. Quickly comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Payne in for Stephen Curry. Pass to Quickly. Vassell with it. Defended by Hart. Vassell against Hart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Payne. And that one goes long. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 19-7 run. Young up top, shoots. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. And it's a 12-point Chicago lead. Now, here's Quickly. Defended by Mann. Shot from free throw range. The shot's good from Quickly. Quickly's got 6. The Bulls leading by 10. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA, thanks. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. No luck that time either. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Ray, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Sarr sets the screen for Payne. Back to Vassell. Over Hart. And the basket by Vassell. Vassell's got it back down to single digits for Washington. Pass to Shumshay. Here's Mann, quickly covering, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Vassell outside. To the middle, here's Jackson Davis.
Well, since coming into the league, Vassell has shown a lot of growth as a passer.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Kristaps Porzingis.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
Vassell outside. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple. Vassell's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
How Young. 8 points for him. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Sarr. Pass to Jackson Davis. Inside. Here's Vassell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Josh Hart. Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look, he is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all 3 levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a 3-point shot.
Chicago making a switch here. Buffkin's checked in. Vassell outside. And it's Payne in the corner. A shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game. The Bulls leading by 4. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Wiggins. Got a hand on it. Now here's Payne. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. The Wizards second. Number 5, the Bulls.
And both teams have done a nice job of converting mistakes into fast break hoops. I mean, that is critical.
Well, a strong off guard. The cell gives you a little of everything offensively. A key player for this team.
Here's Shumshay. Jackson Davis defending. Pass to man. There's the pick. Three-pointer. Here's Shumshay. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. And Sarr throws it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Wiggins surveying the floor. From deep. Hits the three-point bomb. Wiggins has got a pair of triples in the second now for Chicago. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion come from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like this.
Okay, now we've got some time to take a look at the... Thanks for joining us. Now...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Taking a look at the Bulls. They've got Young. Walker out there with Jackson. Then there's Holmgren. Quickly against Young. Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Pass to Sarr. DeRozan against Jackson. And it's DeRozan missing. Bulls leading by 5. Holmgren dishes to Young. Jackson has the open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Quickly kicks to Curry. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, I mean, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Ito Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando.
Yes.
Was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Clock at 6. Jackson from long range. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Down low. Rejected by Walker.
An impactful defender. The young forward Walker is good at reading shooters and just stifling their offense.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And it's DeRozan at the elbow. Curry kicks to Quickly over Young. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Quickly.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
Young. One shot.
And that one falls for Young.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. Young's teammates love to see him at the stripe.
Outside, Porzingis. Good D by Holmgren.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Outside Jackson. From outside, off the mark.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
16 feet away. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Stephen Curry. He's averaging 22 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
And checking out the numbers for Young, some impressive play from him over the last month. And such a great distributor and decision maker among the top 10 in assists per game.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Stephen Curry. 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul. Shooting for Chicago. Edge ball. 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Wizards trail by 12. Pass to Quickly. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Young going inside, and he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls. Wizards have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Pass to Song. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Quickly. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
And here's Young from the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. Sars got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Quickly. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. They're having no problem finding shots in that area.
Outside Curry. Back to Quickly. DeRozan on the wing. to quickly. Shot clock at 5. Porzingis passes to Saar. Off target from outside. The Bulls leading by 11. Holmgren up top, quickly covering, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And let's go to our leaderboard. Instant offense is the specialty of these guys. The highest scoring shooting guards of the past month. Second, Stephen Curry.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
Yeah, all of these guys can carry your team offensively over long stretches.
And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league. And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. It's tipped and stolen by Song. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Curry. Porzingis sets the pick for Curry. Curry from 3.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Guarded by Curry. Back to Young. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 9 points here in the second half.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
So for the Wizards, Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Porzingis. Vassell comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Quickly. Outside Curry. Shot from the top of the key. It's all in by the Bulls. Walker's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
There's the screen to the paint. Here's Saar. Takes it off the glass. Saar's got 14.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Outside, Walker. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
Manuel Quickly, he's checked in for Washington. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Back to Vassell. Wizards passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Curry outside. It's all in by the Bulls.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. Here's Hart. Hart with a screen on Curry. Here's Buffkin. And that one is good. Buffkin's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Curry. Foul call. Looked like that he didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Let's take a look at the numbers for Trace Jackson Davis.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Pass to Holmgren. Here's Buffkin. Yep, that one goes in there. Buffkin's got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Here's Sarr, covered by Wiggins, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Pass to Buffkin. Holmgren with a screen on quickly. Inside. Holmgren in the high post. 14 points for him. Buffkin, no good. Wizards trail by 16. And here is quickly. Here's Sarr. And again, Washington, no good.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Washington's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Here's Jackson Davis. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
And the Bulls making a change here. And so quickly we'll bring it up for Washington. They trail by 16. To the paint, here's Jackson Davis.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
We've got 1:48 left in the third. Wiggins outside. It's intercepted. Down low. Saw the pass to quickly. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen away. To the inside. Here's Shamshay. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set. You can see the confidence building now that he's found his mark from 3 in this second half. The defense is going to have to do a better job.
Wiggins right side, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Wiggins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They set the pick. To the middle. Jackson Davis with it. He's got 14. Just 4 to shoot. Pulls up. Wiggins with the rebound.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
11 seconds left to play in the third. And he drops it in from the low post. Wiggins has got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense
chance to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's Chicago, feeling good about their 17-point. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along this.
Trust each other. Let's get that ball moving.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got DeRozan. Curry is out there with Devin Vassell. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Jackson finds Young. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Stephen Curry.
And Young is so good at drawing contact. Defenders have to be very disciplined guarding him.
Wizards trailed by 19. That's to Porzingis. Six on the shot clock. From 10 feet out. Not going to go that time.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Young passes to Walker. Young sets a screen for Walker. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Pass to Jackson Davis. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Holmgren, he's checked in for Chicago. And Young kicks to Walker. Back to Young. Can't get it to go. Now 6 of 12 from the floor. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Curry. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists tonight.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
Covered by Vassell. The kick out to Walker. The 3 sinks the three-pointer. Walker's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Bulls.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Curry on the wing. Vassell outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Floats it up for Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Guys, this is what you call a generational talent. Holmgren is bound to fill up the highlight reel every night he plays.
Vassell finds Curry. Porzingis with a screen on Young. Curry fires from way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Inside, Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Well, if you're free in the pick and roll, Young will find you.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And here is Vassell. Curry way outside, and the 3 off target.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Jackson kicks to Young. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples.
Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Jackson from long range. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Vassell. DeRozan surveying the D. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist from DeRozan. DeRozan's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Jackson. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does.
The skill from Holmgren is something to behold.
Here's Curry. Outside, Porzingis. Over to the wing. Pass to Vassell. 5 to shoot. Here's Curry. Lays it up off the glass. Curry's got 17 now, just in the second half.
He's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Young pass to Holmgren. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. Which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Sarr comes in for Trace Jackson Davis. And quickly in for Vassell. And Curry, here we go. And the shot goes in.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Jarris Walker, he's checked in for the Bulls. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Martin.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Pass to Holmgren. And the Bulls with another miss. Wizards trail by 20. Now, quickly, a wide open look here for DeRozan. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Quickly against Young. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
You want a high percentage take offensively, get it to Holmgren in that spot.
Pass to Sarr. Porzingis looking it over. Now here's Curry. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Clever move by Curry, taking the foul, but still getting the shot up.
Well, he might have been a little passive in the first half, but that's changed. I like this more aggressive approach.
The Bulls leading by 17. Holmgren sets the screen for Young. Over quickly. Again, Chicago.
Well, he is such a confident shooter. Young just taking what the defense gives him there.
Pass to Sarr. And DeRozan kicks to Curry. Offline with his 3. And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Bulls. Guarded by Curry. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Alex Sarr.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Here's Curry with the 3. It's all in by the Bulls.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Outside Curry. To the paint. Here's DeRozan. The Wizards with another miss. The Bulls leading by 21. Jackson kicks to Young. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Defensive foul.
Really starting to attack on the interior here, showing a much more physical presence here in the second half.
I like this aggressive mentality he's adopted in the second half, doing everything he can to get to the line.
Young against Quickly. Pass to Curry. Wizards passing it around. Porzingis with a screen on Jackson. On its way from DeRozan for two. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Outside, Walker. And here's Young. Quickly covering. Holmgren in the post. He's against Porzingis. Walker finds Young. Shot clock at 5. Porzingis with the block.
What a swat by the big man Porzingis. You always have to be careful shooting when he's lurking.
Curry from deep three-point land. Wizards keeping him alive in a fresh 14-second shot clock.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Young against Quickly. Young pass to Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
That's a nice setup by Young. He reads the floor so well.
Outside Curry. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right? With the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
Here's DeRozan, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, and DeRozan, one of the game's more powerful wings, scoring through the foul.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
Well, I like that DeRozan's one of those guys who can take over a game by himself or be the orchestrator. He adapts to whatever the defense is showing.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Chicago.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Chet Holmgren.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game. And so often, that's the difference.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Holmgren's got 30.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Hart against Curry. Hits it from three-point range.
And you can see how the entire arc is open for Curry. There's no part of it where he's timid about shooting.
Pass to Holmgren. Higgins outside. Back to Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David. All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll do it, folks.